You've likely read that spray foam insulation is terrible for the environment. I'm here to tell you, though, that's not really the case. It's a common misconception that people think that spray foam insulation is bad for the environment for any number of reasons. Because of what it's made of, because of the blowing agents used, and generally that is what people are concerned about, are those blowing agents. Now, of course, back in the day, there were lots of chemically based blowing agents that they used for foam insulation, and there are for certain spray foams. They do still use chemical, but they also probably have a low VOC, which means that they have a low volatile organic compound. What does this mean to you? What spray foam insulation companies are doing is that they're moving towards more eco-friendly blowing agents, things that are better for the climate, better for the environment. They're transitioning from those heavy chemical compounds to something that is a more climate-friendly based blowing agent. Another thing to keep in mind is the longevity of spray foam. It's designed to last the lifetime of the home. It's unlike other traditional insulation options that you're going to have to replace or top off, and I'm going to touch on that a little bit more in just a moment. So let's talk a little bit about these advancements in eco-friendly spray foam technology. Now they're looking at global warming. So what is the global warming potential of the chemicals that they're using? And they want to make sure that those are very, very low. Now, because they are lower and they are using more climate-friendly and eco-friendly options for blowing agents, this also is going to help increase the indoor air quality of your home because you're not having a bunch of chemicals pumped into the house. So then it's not going to trigger things like allergens and what have you. Now, going along with making sure that the spray foam is eco-friendly and that it doesn't contribute to global warming, some companies are actually using bio-based materials. Those materials are things like castor oil and soy. So let's talk a little bit about environmental impact versus energy savings. Anytime that you create something, it is going to cause an environmental impact. But in the case of spray foam, yes, there is that environmental impact of the creation, but the energy savings actually supersedes this and cancels it out. How does that work? So spray foam creates an air seal inside the home, right? All that air that they're paying to heat and cool, that's all staying inside where they want it. And there's no outside temperatures coming in. Okay, cool. The house is more comfortable. What does this mean about impact? What it means is that HVAC system is actually getting a break. It's not running constantly, so you're not using as much energy. That lower energy consumption is actually helping the environment. Now, when we talk about things being good for the environment, one big thing that people look at is sustainability. How long is this going to last? Am I going to have to replace it? Am I going to have to buy more of it? Am I going to have to buy some, throw some out? Essentially, with spray foam, you don't have to worry about that because, like I said before, spray foam insulation is designed to last the lifetime of the home. Unlike traditional options like fiberglass and cellulose, you don't ever have to add to it. You don't have to replace it after so many years. It's in it for the long haul. Now, the cool thing is that there are companies that do offer a recycling program when it comes to their foam insulation. So if something happened, you're remodeling, and maybe you take out a wall and you extend the house out or whatever it is that you're working on and you had to take the foam insulation out, you can contact the manufacturer to see if they have one of those recycling programs available to you. Now I'm going to do a little myth busting about spray foam insulation in the environment, but let me slip into something a little more comfortable first. So let's go through these, shall we? Myth number 1, all spray foam is harmful to the environment. We discussed this. Newer formulations of spray foam insulation are more eco-friendly. People are looking to make less of an impact on the environment with the spray foam that they create. Myth number 2, spray foam is made entirely of petroleum. That's not true. The fact is that many of the formulas are now made from renewable and bio-based ingredients. Myth number 3, but fiberglass and cellulose are always going to be the greener option. That's not true either, because spray foam lasts for the longevity of the home. You never have to replace it and you never have to top it off. It's a one and done deal. Whereas fiberglass and cellulose, they still have to be replaced every now and then. An extra point to make to this is that spray foam creates an air seal that's not possible with fiberglass or cellulose. That air seal makes the home more energy efficient, which obviously is better for the environment. Now, let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. So I talked a whole bunch about spray foam, but what about injection foam? More specifically, what about RetroFoam? So RetroFoam is non-toxic, it's environmentally friendly, it doesn't off-gas, and it doesn't contain any PFAS. Cool thing about RetroFoam as well, we talked about the air seal that spray foam creates. RetroFoam also creates an air seal in those exterior walls, so it's also going to add to those energy savings. Now, with all of this being said, it's important to have conversations with your foam insulation contractor about what products are they using, what are the blowing agents for those, are they safe, are they environmentally friendly? Those are all questions to ask to your contractor. If you're ready to take the leap into foam insulation for your home, check out the Find a Dealer link on our website. There you're going to find RetroFoam dealers across the country and hopefully in your neck of the woods. I'm your building science brainiac reminding you to bring a little science to every project.